Welcome back, guys, to Trails of Cold Steel 4, where last episode our reunion continued as we talked to Lloyd and Trigger the next days, with the heads of state leaving their meeting, leading to yet another sweep as Reen introduced himself to not only them, but his fellow 8 Leaves 1 Blade practitioner, Cassius Bright. With more groups to talk to, we await our dinner party where Operation Mille Mirage will be revealed to us all.
How are you doing? Very well, thank you. Just catching up with friends. We've been exchanging messages since we met 3 months ago. We discovered that we have some shared interests. Shh, Ellie, don't tell him. What interests? Why is he so cagey about it? Oh wait, I have an idea. It's Noreen, it's not protagonists. That's what you're not thinking, for definite. You're probably thinking something like, they both like robots. Not protagonist characters. Never mind. Ellie, let's talk about that in private. Okay, we're in a similar situation anyway. I'm sure you have nothing to worry about. You'd be surprised. Why are they being so secretive about robots? What are they doing with these robots? Next to them, I feel like a kid lost in the dark. You'll get there in time. Sure, sir. You could probably learn a thing or two from them as well. I'm not sure what the conversation was about, but I'm always reminded there's plenty of room for me to learn from others. Reen! I'm sure, like, Reen has a switch, like, between his shoulder blades that's, like, the dense switch. And, like, whenever, like, a girl's talking in a radius that's interested in him, all of a sudden he goes... It's just like that. It just happens. It turns out Lisa and I have a lot in common, so I couldn't help but get a little caught up in our conversation. What's up, Reen? When you plan to go talk to the others some more? Like, pee off. Yeah, I'm just going to go do that. I think it's safest if I forget all of about what I just heard. Actually, I'm starting to wonder maybe the most appropriate place for this dense switch is probably in his pants. I don't think that's an unfair statement. The most important maid. I can hardly maintain my composure knowing discussions deciding the continent's fate took place right here just a short while ago. However shaken as I am, I cannot let it show or adversely affect my work. I'll perform my daily tasks with as much diligence as usual. Yeah, that's all for you. Well, we talked to you, maid. You're an important dignitary to us. Dignitary. So no one else is upstairs. You were taking a drink during that comment? Well, I'm not paying for any wrecked keyboards or phones or anything. Haha! Lieutenant General Cassius and Brigadier General Bardius are in this guest room. It's a great honour to be hosting such august figures. August. Indeed. Where is Cassius going in there? Racers and LaBelle, Croswell Special Support Section, students and alumni of force. Even we're looking forward to seeing what you guys will do. He knows how to list us off. Emma! Have there been any updates on Hercules? We're still unable to locate them. With around the stealth function and mobility of a gunship, they're very hard to track down. We're not going to give up, of course. Heard you've requested the Bracers Guild's help with this? Yes, although they also haven't been able to dig up any new information since we lost sight of Hercules in the canyon. Heard about that from the guild too. I guess when a special forces squad equipped with the latest technology wants to disappear, it'll take a miracle to track them down. The Ramda. We've seen firsthand in Heimdall how its spatial projection function can seriously impede pursuit. If they'd only surrender, there'd be room for negotiations with Erebonia. But maybe the curse has progressed too far for that. Dark Dragon made the members of the Hercules squad into its kin back in Heimdall. The Great Twilight must have taken that and twisted them into Nox Familia. Nox Familia? Those are vampires from Erebonian folklore, if I'm not mistaken. Is there any way to make them human again? It's possible if you act quickly. If you find them within a few days, they should be fine. So that's our time frame. Kayla, let me know if you pick up their trail. We might be able to help in some capacity. You're volunteering to help? That's much appreciated. Wait, we got vampires roaming around? Calvardian super tech stealth vampires? They can stealth suck your blood. It was just there on the bog, looking at your phone, and all of a sudden, oh, no! You never know, they were in the toilet with you the whole time. And they sucked your blood. Which is worse? The Ramda stealth function gave us quite the runaround in the Heimdall Underground. I will manage to capture them, but... Even if your brother has become Noct Familia, we may still be able to save him. We will do everything in our power to try. Thank you, Miss Milstein. That means the world to me. If Kayla reaches out to us about this, we'll have to do everything we can to help. Yeah, only ever one dialogue now. Can't find any agents to infiltrate Erebonia. I better let Don and Carl know, just to be on the safe side. Yes. Spread the news. It's definitely not top secret. Interesting conversation. Hi, Schwarzer. Hey, guys. You're discussing armed forces movements on different fronts. Rosine, I'm surprised to see you with them. I've got my reasons. It was more Elliot that's a surprise, isn't it? I know he's the son of a general, but still. As you have heard, we're trying to get a better picture of where each militarized faction is allocating its resources. Besides the Vice and Army, I wanted to check in with the Bracers and the Armored Divisions too. I've also been looking into the Armored Division's movements. It seems they've established a new squad. The guild's also keeping an eye on the situation. We're tracking high-ranking Jaeger Corps' movements and engaging the neighbouring countries' responses. It'd be helpful to trade info with you guys. I see. And you're also gathering intel on military movements, Rosine? As a matter of fact, yes. There is no organisation that understands and fears the Great Twilight more than the Septian Church. The details are confidential, but we've already decided on which measures to take. Seriously? I can only imagine what that means. We'll all benefit from cooperating, but in any case, we'll return to Operation Mille Mirage at dinner. For now, let's just take a break. Sounds like a plan. I can't wait to hear the details of the operation, but I've got to be patient. Let's walk around some more. Walkie talkie talkie walkie. Don't face me out the door. I'll probably need to talk with you all about the church later on, but I'm afraid that right now we don't have the luxury. I only hope this meeting will allow us to find some sort of solution. I want to know the church's plan. I think we should know the church's plan as well before we decide on the other plan. Like, let's hear about all of the directions. Thank you, please. Before we make any decisions. This is all way more shady than I imagined. Anyway, this is a good opportunity. Let's check in with our contacts in the other areas. You must be burning with curiosity, but hold out a little longer. We'll talk tactics over dinner. Just relax for now. Even the Septian Church is involved. Things are starting to get really weird. I don't think we have any choice but to wait until we get some more information. We'll still have time. Why don't you make another round, Reed? Another round? You want me to go around everyone again? Again? So we have... Teen Girl Squad! No! Chaperone! Bad! Hi! I'm Kia Bannings. Ren told me lots about you, Tina. Nice to meet you. I'm Tina Russell. I can't believe it, Ren. She's so cute! Yeah, that's how most people react to her. You must be Angelica Rogner. Nice to meet you. I'm Ren Bright. No! Go to jail! I hear you've been trained in the Taido style by Kilika Ruren. Oh, that's cool! It's nice to meet you, Angie. Or do you like Jellica better? This is paradise. What? Huh? Angelica, are you alright? We're only 2,000 arch above ground, but it seems we're flying close to the heavens. Tina alone is an angel, but the three of you together form an angelic choir. No. Remain calm, Angelica. Celine, what's going on here? Beats me. I was just having a nap and woke up to this. I can't stand it anymore. Angelica? She's faster than lightning. Hug attack! Squeeze! My life is complete! You're just gonna stand by and watch this happen, Irene? I'm just waiting for things to calm down so I can say hello. Yes, there was no way they wouldn't play that off to be somewhat weird. How can I lose control so easily? Still, I have no regrets. Angelica, Please try to calm down. If you get any more whipped up, you'll have a heart attack. That aside, that fact that you're all girls doesn't mean your antics aren't sexual harassment. Yeah, exactly! Celine! Thank you! Sexual harassment cat is here to tell you the truth. No! Oh, hey Celine. Hey kitty kitty. Come on, turn into a cat girl for me, please. Do it to save them from my beastly instincts. Keep your dirty paws off of me. Please go take a cold shower or something for all our sakes. Even though YouTube can't do it, I'm using my Celine no emote in the chat. Because that's the sentiment. That is the sentiment. There's no way I do that. What's wrong with you? Celine, quick, get in your human form. It's like, I'm glad someone stood up to her, but equally, can someone like actually have an adult conversation with her and say, yeah, there's this point where past like, yeah, considering them cute or considering this and that, liking the female form, you know, etc. You know, it's great, but there's this point where it doesn't matter if you're a woman, it's creepy. It's creepy.
Now.
Hey. Sorry about Angelica. She's a good person, but she's just, well, I'm used to getting hugs. You remind me of something George told me about her. Yeah? Yeah, she may be a practitioner of Taito style, but her movements there were inhuman. Wasn't she being manipulated by the gnomes? Maybe they did something to her that stuck. Oh, no, she's just like this. I like Angie a lot. You can never have enough cuddles. Sweet Adius, her cuteness is making my brain melt. Maybe we should give her a chance to cool off. You know, before she explodes or something. I love hugs and cuddles. Glad to see Angelica's the same as ever. Maybe it'd be wise to have a first aid kit on hand just in case. Just what you'd expect in military finance, though I personally think that everything's probably fine as is. Handcuffs, though. Agility. I'm pretty sure it was of an impossible level, even using movements techniques from the Taito school. Maybe I could gain something to use in the battles to come if I were to provoke her a bit more, just so I can observe her movements. I'm pretty sure Angelica's body would give out before things got that far. Ren, no. Do not tempt. I'm going to save again now, just in case it doesn't let me talk to people. Though now I realise the fact that that doesn't make anything, so I should save before that guy. That group. And it goes to show that, yeah, humour really is subjective. And yeah, it would be okay if she actually seemed to actually have some knowledge or acknowledgement about limits and boundaries, but because it's not, and it's been done too many times, it passed the line of what could have been originally there as humour to creepy. In not too long. Cassius! Cassius, how have you been? When was it we last saw each other? Goodness, 4 years at least. I'm sorry I missed your A-rank promotion ceremony. It coincided with the orbital shutdown phenomenon, so there was no helping it. Thank you for writing my recommendation. You're welcome. Have you managed to come to terms with Colonel Valstein passing away? Yes, I've been lucky to be surrounded by good supportive friends from the Bracer Guild and my wonderful students. Laura is one of my students. Kurt's a student of a student. My grand student, you could say. I'm Laura Arce. You, sir, are a legend. It is truly an honour to meet you in person. I'm very glad to meet you too, Laura. I had the pleasure of working with Victor on the Bracer Guild branch bombing case. He praised you highly. Please accept my sincere sympathy. His loss must have hurt you deeply. Thank you, sir. My father once told me that seeing your prowess with the staff firsthand would be a beneficial experience for me. I believe you were self-taught. Not quite. I learned the basics from a friend. I also took the liberty of incorporating teachings of the 8 Leaves School into it. I'm very impressed, sir. Only those who are very talented are able to do so. Kurt, why didn't you introduce yourself? Yes. I'm Kurt Vander, younger brother of Müller Vander and nephew of Zex Vander. Pardon me, sir. You're quite the hero. I feel a bit overwhelmed. Take it easy. I'm not all they say about me. I met your brother and uncle, but I don't believe I've ever spoken to your father. When things calm down a little, I'd like to pay a visit to your folks. I fear I've been rather impolite in not having done so yet. Oh, not at all. I'm sure my mother and father will be thrilled to meet you. Cassius had lots of connections, both in the army and among the bracers. I could spend the whole evening talking to him about swordplay, but it'd be rude to monopolise him like that. I'll relay our master's message for you once the circumstances are right. But a time when great determination and sacrifice are needed is no doubt to come. I'll have to be patient. Oh, Reen! Come and join us. Don't mind if I do. By the way, was the Silver Streak an acquaintance of yours, Cassius? Yes, she was a pupil of mine at the guild. It's very odd that she's vanished in the thin air. Yes, no one seems to be able to track down her whereabouts. If she wasn't at the Gnome's HQ, could it be possible that Ouroboros abducted her? No, she has a relative among the ranks of Ouroboros. I find it hard to believe that they'd kidnap her. I think I know who you mean. Shahrazad mentioned her to me when we went out drinking. Enforcer number 6, the Bewitching Bell, yes? Duvalie? Oh, where were you? Yep, that's her. She showed up in La Belle during the Orbital shutdown too. But it's unknown whether she's still alive. It seems she hasn't reported back to Ouroboros since that incident. They haven't written her off as dead yet though. It's assumed the situation is similar to Blablonk's, that she's out there somewhere going about her business. The Silver Streak was like a sister to her though. She wouldn't keep quiet if Ouroboros had abducted her. Huh, I see. Might as well drop that line of investigation. My, if it isn't the stalwart as Duvalie the Swift. You seem very well informed. I could say the same about you, especially considering you don't have ties with Ouroboros yourself. I understand now why the Faceless was remarkably wary of you. My lord is also intrigued by you. If you don't mind, I'd like to hear how you achieve mastery in so many disciplines. Oh! Swordplay, military arts, strategy. And I hear your master's disciple, Erios, is just like you. Yes, I've heard rumours about him. Just for reference, if you could tell us if there's any particular trick to it. Not that it impresses me all that much, but both you and Arcade were renowned as the finest swordsman alive, so it must count for something. I can't think of many honours greater than the Maiden of Legend herself taking an interest in me. Well, ask me anything and I'll try to satisfy your curiosity, although we may not be able to go into much detail this time. That's fine. First of all, why did you give up the sword and switch to the staff? Duvalie's so easy to read. Well, that's part of her charm. She's polite to everyone and doesn't look down on others even if they're her enemy. As expected as a Steel Maiden's disciple, I look up to her as well. Yeah, Duvalie's pretty bad. She's pretty damn cool. I love how single-minded she is in like her martial pursuits as well. Swords, weaponry. Swords getting better. Martial skills, yeah! I thought I sensed someone spying from over there. To be honest, I'm honoured that you'd think me worthy of your attention, Duvalie the Swift. Yes, I should have known I couldn't stay hidden from you. But don't get the wrong idea. I wasn't just sitting over here waiting for your meeting to end or anything. Anyway, I have a few questions about your school's concept of enlightenment. Very well, I can't promise it will be comprehensive, but I'll tell you what I can. I'm really curious about just what the Divine Blade of Wind has achieved myself, but I probably shouldn't butt into their chat. Now, butt in! My apologies, Reen, I'd wanted a chance to speak with you more. Let's leave it until the next opportunity. Duvalie, you stole him from me! Of course, I look forward to it. What is the sword to the 8-leaf style? How do you train with it? Duvalie must be really curious about this. I want to talk about it, but now is probably not a good time. Snapper, never a weapon favoured by my family. Thrust with a spear, sweep with a naginata, slash with a greatsword, is a motto I've heard. Yes, that's an Eastern saying. I'm surprised you knew it. Did you pick that up from Aurier? Her style is partially influenced by Eastern swordsmanship. Though not quite the same as a staff, I've seen her make use of a naginata before. Sounds like a valuable experience. It looks like the rumours about the Stormwatcher's talents are true then. Your 8-leaf style is the only Eastern discipline I've seen firsthand. I'd love to travel to the East and learn more about different schools of swordsmanship. I know that true masters need not be picky about their weapons, but this has taught me quite a lot. Shahrazad and I are actually the same age. Plus, we both like our alcohol. We had a few drinks together and really hit it off. Who won? Like 2 drunk peas in a pod. I am worried about her, but I just can't imagine the Silver Streak going down without a fight, you know? I have to believe that she's safe. I'm right there with you, Sarah. She's out there doing her business. She wouldn't go down without a fight. She even held off the whiskey, which was unreal. She even said no to Steinrose. Can't find anything to do. Oh, you followed me out, did you? You got to the other side. That's fast. Hello, Jubilee. The Swift. Yeah, technically, because we just saw in the other room. I was just wandering around. You can drop the epithet. If you can be informal with Lloyd and Estelle, why not me? It was just a slip of the tongue. Besides, there's not much of an age difference between the three of us. I feel like I should be more respectful when talking to you. Are you implying that from your point of view, I'm old? No, definitely not. She's what, 23? She doesn't even look it. But it's probably best to drop it. Anyway, Lady Mildine has more influence in the higher echelons than I imagined. She's gathered prominent political figures, bracers, the special support section, and all of you under the same roof. Even the Black Fang and the Angel of Slaughter are present. Ah, that's right. Do you know them through Ouroboros? Yes, I was familiar with the Blade Lord, who often worked with them. Joshua Estray left Ouroboros around the time I joined. I see. That must have been when the Brights took him in. Hey, what you guys talking about? Swapping some sexy little secrets, I hope. Yes, Crow. As a style of the 8 Leaves, I'm always commando at all times. Is that all you ever think about? How's the intel gathering going, Crow? Well, Randolph's chatty as ever, but it's Joshua that's a real treasure trove of info. And isn't it kind of weird Via's not here? Yeah, Emma seems confused about it too. You both know what she's like. Probably busy working on some grand scheme behind the scenes. Have you noticed tension in the air? Yeah, I guess. I think I know what you mean. It's not just you Awakeners that are particularly sensitive to it. Everyone gathered here seems to sense something ominous brewing. Whether there's any connection to Operation Mille Mirage or not, we'll likely find out at dinner. Ah, yeah. There's the rivalries too. The calm before the storm might be over pretty soon. It could just be me, but we better be prepared. Yeah, I agree. We'll see what happens. I'll keep my eyes and ears open and see what else I can learn. My apologies for disturbing your pleasant conversation. Dinner is now ready to be served. May I please ask you to proceed to the banquet hall? Yeah, thanks. I remember the food here being pretty good. Yes, it was cooked by the finest chefs those Erebonia nobles could find. Those fish burgers of yours were quite delectable as well, I must admit. Yeah, sometimes simple is the best. I'm surprised you remember, honestly. That was a while ago, and they weren't anything special. Just a quick and easy meal. Hey, I've been looking for you guys everywhere. The dinner is about to start. Great, I'm starving. But the discussion that follows is the main course, isn't it? That's right, it's more than just a social event. Let's get going. It's rude to keep good food waiting. Here we go then. Operation Mille Mirage. Afterward, all of the guests, including the leaders of each state, gathered together at the banquet. A modest but wonderful meal thus began, provided by Duchess Cayenne. The lunch started a bit later, but the guests thoroughly enjoyed the fare and had lively conversations. It was a unique opportunity for the attendees, and many meaningful exchanges were made. Sometime later, enjoyable as it was, the meal came to an end. Everyone then transitioned into the meeting portion of the event. The details of Mille Mirage were revealed.
What you see before you is an outline of Operation Mille Mirage, our response to Operation Jormungand.
I knew it. It doesn't stray too far from what we'd expected, but even so...
Seeing it all laid out like this makes it overwhelmingly real.
I get that a plan this crazy is probably our only hope, but... still... we're really gonna do this, huh?
The Empire has drastically increased its military might, due largely in part to the draft. Current estimates number their forces at 1.2 million strong, and that figure will only rise before the fighting actually starts.
On the other hand, Calvard's military can barely scrape together 800,000, at most. Even if they try to boost their ranks with a draft of their own, that probably won't go over too well, judging by their last election.
Not to mention the huge difference in weapons and resources between the two countries. In terms of both aerial combat fleets and core tank units, Erebonia has a clear advantage. And that's without taking Panzer Soldats into account.
Yeah. There's no way the Verne Company's production line could even hope to keep up. What's more, the Empire now has an excuse to throw all the new technology it's been developing into this war.
With that in mind, it's entirely possible that the Civil War was nothing more than an opening move.
I agree. It seems likely. The same could be said of the Orbital Shutdown phenomenon, or even the 100 Days War. It is our belief that these events were simply set up, all to pave the way for Operation Jormungand.
Damn it! Those monsters!
And Mille Mirage is your plan for how to hold back Operation Jormungand. We have with us the Republican Army of Calvard, the Royal Army of Liberl, the Remiferian and Viceland armies, as well as troops from Le Mans and Orid, and even resistance cells acting out of Crossbell in Northumbria.
You intend to coordinate every one of these individual forces united under a single banner to suppress the Imperial Army from all sides.
That's exactly right.
As you stated before, Calvard's armed forces total 800,000 strong. The Viceland army should bring that number up by about 100,000.
The Principality of Remiferia is prepared to lend its aid as well, to the effect of approximately 80,000 troops. Add to that figure an additional 120,000 from the Kingdom of Liberl.
Further, we can count on receiving around 20,000 soldiers from Le Mans and Orid combined, as well as another 10,000 from Crossbell and Northumbria. And this is to remain off the record, but we're expecting roughly 30,000 in reinforcements from Arteria as well.
Naturally, we plan on bringing Jaegers into the fight too. We've been scouting out Jaeger corps big and small. All in all, I'd say we're looking at a good 40,000 extra soldiers.
Altogether a combined total of 1.2 million. Finally putting us on even ground with Operation Jormungand.
A war like this would stretch over almost half the continent.
Resistance cells from Crossbell, huh? That must be Sonia and the others.
Yeah, Muriel told me a bit about it, but...
Northumbria too? That have something to do with the movements we heard about there?
Yeah. The resistance there is made up of former members of the Northern Jaegers, who got absorbed into the Imperial Army.
And we got troops from Le Mans and Orid too. That would be their defense forces, no?
That's right. We've actually known about their involvement for a little bit. I have to say, I'm surprised the High Seat of the Septian Church would choose to involve themselves so directly.
But Rosine mentioned something about this earlier, didn't she?
Yes. The Congregation for Divine Worship is likely deploying the Papal Guard as we speak.
The Imperial Army's technological superiority is undeniable, and we can't underestimate the threat Ouroboros poses either. Further, directing and coordinating all parties involved will prove a tremendously difficult task. That is the purpose of our meeting, to determine who will serve as the key piece in our plan, the cornerstone upon which we can build our success. I present to you Cassius Bright, Lieutenant General of the Royal Army of Liberl. And, as of today, Supreme Commander of Operation Mille Mirage.
What? Now that's what I call a power move.
A natural decision. Lieutenant General Bright did head the search and destroy operations against the cult in Crossbell.
What's more, he can already boast having pushed back an Imperial invasion once before. He's the most brilliant tactician of our time, without a doubt.
I should have known.
So you've accepted the position then, Dad? Even after hearing everything that's going to happen as a result of this plan?
I have. This can truly be called the Great War, the likes of which mankind has never seen before. A war that will surely destroy the lives of all it touches, soldiers and civilians alike. Hundreds of thousands of lives. Worst comes to worst, we could see casualties in the millions.
Millions? Yeah, that's definitely possible. But at least it will keep the Empire from completely destroying everything.
Yeah, she has a point.
I think I speak for us all when I say this dreadful decision weighs heavily on our hearts. But there are stakes here far more dire than the invasion of Calvard itself. Namely, Erebonia's 2 septarians, as well as its curse, which spreads further and further with every land it conquers.
It's all connected.
If we don't act soon, the Republic will fall to the Empire's advance, drowning the entire nation in its curse. It would then only be a matter of time before the surrounding countries fell as well, until finally all of Zemuria is in the curse's grasp. All for the sake of reviving the ultimate being, the Great One. This we must avoid above all else. If this dreadful decision is the only chance we have of saving our world, then so be it.
This whole catastrophe began in Erebonia. Though I can't personally agree to this plan, as a member of the Imperial family, I must allow it. Your Highness.
This is the consensus we have reached. I trust you understand now the reason we've gathered here.
There are a few things we must ask you now. Namely, if you accept the necessity of our plan. And furthermore, if we can count on your cooperation.
I'm sure you'd like some time to talk things over amongst yourselves, and with your other allies as well. But as you can probably tell, that's time we just don't have.
Members of the Bracer Guild, Special Support Section, Class VII, and Thor's Military Academy as a whole. We need your answers, here and now. How do you respond?
When it comes down to it, we, the Special Support Section, are just a single division of the CPD. We're in no position to defy the will of a nation, let alone 4. We understand the severity of the situation. But be that as it may, we can't, in good faith, lend our aid to this cause. There has to be a better way to fix this mess we're in, and we won't back down until we figure out how. Not just to stop this war, but so that someday, Crossbell can take back its independence for good.
I see.
You can count the Bracer Guild out of this deal, too. We're the supporting gauntlet of the common people. Their security and protection will always come first. But at the same time, we understand that you have to do this. So instead, we'll make sure to get in touch with our headquarters in Le Mans to organize an evacuation plan for all the citizens. And in the meantime, we'll look for our own way to resolve this, just like the SSS. That's the Bracer Guild's decision.
Estelle.
Ah.
With so many of us still missing, we can't claim to speak for Thors as a whole. But we can, at the very least, tell you our decision as Class VII. Become the foundation of the world. In a sense, those words have shaped our class from the very beginning. A war this big is certainly one way to keep the curse in check. We could be a new foundation afterwards, one built over ruins and destruction. But this curse is not absolute. Though it sweeps across the nation, toying with our fate, there are still those who stand together to resist it. We've seen as much with our very own eyes. We need a plan to try and ensure the safety of the world as we know it. Mille Mirage can be that plan. But, like the Guild and the SSS, we choose to find a third path forward for ourselves. That means dealing with any incidents brought about by the curse, as well as the rivalries. Whether or not that's even possible, I don't know. Time is running out on us even as we speak. Yet still, we'll continue to tread forward, step by step. Because we owe it to Prince Olivert to find that third path he always strove to take.
Reen. Yeah, you're exactly right.
The path Prince Olivert would have wanted.
I see.
My goodness. The naivete of youth never fails to astound me. And yet, as history shows us, it is precisely the young and foolish who bring change to the world.
The same could be said of those not bound by duty or tradition. Come to think of it, Prince Olivert himself embodied every one of those qualities.
He most certainly did. And his spirit lives on in this next generation.
We have heard your convictions, clear and true. Operation Mille Mirage is already underway. But so long as you respect our position, we will respect yours in turn.
You're under no obligation to participate in our plan. That said, we'd appreciate your help wherever possible. That includes exchanging information, keeping civilians safe, and so on.
We certainly have more room to cooperate than Operation Jormungand does at the very least. You bracers played a pivotal role in solving the incidents in Liberl, as did the Special Support Section in Crossbell. I eagerly await seeing what such seasoned heroes can bring to the table.
Thank you. We won't disappoint.
I don't know if I'd call us heroes exactly, but we'll help out in any way we can.
All that suspense was killing me.
As grim as our circumstances are, we now know what our mission must be.
Right! We gotta do everything we can to stop this war before it begins. And even if it does, we'll just have to find a way to end it.
Right. Our first course of action is figuring out exactly what we can accomplish right now as members of Thors. I imagine the rivalries will play a key role in that.
Agreed.
You're all pretty gung-ho about this, huh?
How are you guys so relentlessly positive about everything?
It really is the most annoying thing about them, isn't it?
Wait a sec.
I know that voice.
It's him!
Enforcer number 0 of Ouroboros.
Campanella, show yourself.
Sounds like things are coming along nicely over here. Quite the illustrious guest list you have here. I'm almost starstruck.
Indeed. It would seem the rumors weren't unfounded.
Belle! The new third Anguis of Ouroboros.
Lady Mildine, my greetings to you and all the leaders of the world gathered here today. I see a number of familiar faces and some new ones too. My, how delightful.
You must be Dieter Croesus' daughter. I've heard the rumors of what you've become.
A member of an international terrorist organization. Gracious me, the audacity of this woman.
Whoa, he really called it, huh, Lady Belle?
Ha, you're one to talk.
Hey, this is some party you guys got going on.
Real swanky joint, too. Shame for you, Zephyr's here to crash it.
Surely, you...
boss. That means Zeno and Leo are here too, doesn't it?
Sure does. But hey, we're not done with the lineup just yet. Don't think things will go the same for you here as they did at the workshop.
Please excuse our intrusion.
Sharon.
George!
So you've come.
Lecter, it's really you.
In the flesh. Long time no see, ladies.
My lady, everyone, I apologize for interrupting such an important meeting.
You should have just kept the mask on, Angie.
If you're all quite finished, it's time I make the final introduction.
Your Highness!
Cedric, why are you...
Ah, if it isn't my dear sister Alphen. And Class VII. Your little stunt in leaves caused me no end of headaches.
You had it coming! That's what you get for getting Elise and Tio all wrapped up in your schemes!
That's simply how it works between us. You should understand this by now. The rivalries are no different. This particular matter has been entrusted to me by Chancellor Osborne himself. Consider this a little congratulatory visit from us to celebrate the commencement of Operation Mille Mirage.
Were we just hacked?
Yep. They probably used the Society's astral code to infiltrate the system.
Courtesy of Belle and the Fool, I'd assume.
Sounds like we're in for a fair bit of trouble then, huh?
Yeah, they're coming. What the?
Damn! They brought Imperial warships! No, not quite.
This is the bridge. We have an emergency. We've got 8 Crimson ships approaching on our 9. And with them, a 280 Arch-class airship.
Damn. There's only one ship that friggin' massive.
You mean the one that appeared during the orbital shutdown?
That's right. Ouroboros' pride and joy. The largest battleship in the history of mankind.
The Crimson Ark. The Glorious.
See, it's just the advance warning predicted. Moreover, it's not one of the Empire's ships, but one of Ouroboros' aircraft carriers. What does that mean? It's as if they expected us. At the end of the meeting, Her Highness did make one prediction, that either the Imperial Air Force or Ouroboros' battle carrier would appear in these skies. Were the Imperial Air Force, their progress down the path to violence would be deterred, in a sense. This airspace is directly above the borders. With the leaders of each day on board, an attack on the ship would simply be too reckless. Even if it were successfully captured, this would still have a massive effect on cross-national negotiations. And that would instantly bring a halt to the war, assuming they cared. That's what she was betting on, wasn't it? Things turned out differently though. They opted for an Ouroboros-affiliated ship instead, since seeing the princess and other leaders entombed here would just add fuel to the fire for war. No! Damn it. So they're planning to pin it on Calvert, aren't they? This is no joke. We can't let this happen. Of course. I swear on the honor of the Bracer Guild. You guys called us here knowing this would happen, didn't you? Correct. And it's worked out perfectly. We still have an escape route available for our guests, so you needn't worry about that. Can I get each of you to divide your troops in half and have them accompany you to the hangar? Enemy forces are coming in from the deck. I'd like the remaining half to help take care of them. Let's divide into 2 groups then. One for starboard and one for port. Whoa, you guys prepared that far in advance? If that's the command. We don't have time. Let's decide on the groups. Be sure to balance the teams well. Understood. Ah, I'm in charge. Green, Lloyd, and Estelle divided everyone into teams, making sure to keep them balanced. The result was a counterattack led mainly by Reen in Class 7, with Estelle, Joshua, Ren, Lloyd, Ellie, Tio, Crow, Doobly, and the others. The other members worked with Aurelia, making way for the hold, while ensuring the safety of the national leaders. Oh well, we got a whole list of locked characters. We got the Boys Club here. Boys Club. And Elliot's our only caster, so Elliot's going in the main lineup with no time at all. I mean, this looks like Elliot and Eustace, to be perfectly fair, considering the locked people we have. Joshua and Lloyd. He's got 30% evasion, nice. Kurt's got 41, Cap, you're my student, I've been teaching him well. Actually, higher level than them, what the hell? So let's put those 2 in as casters, because that's how we tend to balance things. Okay. Oh, Estelle's the leader. Well, this group's way different. I mean, there's multiple choices here. I mean, we could just have Altina in... Well, we got 2 casts, Altina and Tio. Let's keep Altina and Tio then. I'm thinking Fee would be the next best backup because of she fits the dodge role for us. So I think it would be her. The only choice is Emma. But not really. It is just like looking at the makeup we've got here. We've got 2 casters. We know we can rely on Una because of the way she's been set up. We've got 3 casters. Though Ren dishes out a bit of the other stuff as well. Okay. We got billions of casters because Ellie's a caster too. We've got a lot of casters. So we just generally need people to beat people up. So I think Fee's the one that fits the role best.
Now, shall we get going?
Best of luck, all of you. You guys be careful, okay?
Wait, what in the world's going on? Whatever it is, it looks like we got a real juicy scoop on our hands. Oh, no you don't.
I believe you all know what it is you must do.
Yeah.
We got this.
Just leave it to us.
Now then, shall we move out ourselves? We are currently under attack by Ouroboros' enhanced Jaegers and members of the Red Constellation.
The Red Constellation, huh? Gonna be a real pain in the ass, especially with the Blitz there.
Gilbert's probably heading up the enhanced Jaegers. Not that he's anything to worry about. His archaisms might still give us some trouble, though.
But speak for yourself. I'll make sure that little errand boy regrets ever stepping foot in here.
Ash, Kurt, I'll be counting on you.
You got it.
Understood. We must stop His Highness.
Una, Altina, we're going to need your support as well. Of course! Let's do this, Ellie!
I'll give it my best.
All right, guys. It's time to begin our joint operation. Team A will go starboard. Team B, you head port.
Our current position is the rear side of the lower deck. Let's make our way up to the top deck. Take out any intruders you find along the way.
Right! This will be the perfect chance to put our teamwork to the test, huh? It's our time to shine, Reen. Let's go!
Right. Show me what you've got, Lloyd.
You can switch between teams A and B in this mission. Keep L2 switching between the two teams to clear the way to the upper deck. Once you reach your destination, the teams will merge. Make sure all members are equipped and ready for battle. Yeah, okay. So now let's spend the next 10 years equipping people? I was about to say, is there a weapon buying thing here? Yes! Time to equip everyone for 10 years! Right, well, most of the guys do have stuff, and, like, in this party have their current weaponry, so that's cool. Eustace doesn't. We'll buy it for him, even though that might not even be the best idea. Macius isn't in a group currently. Does make you wonder, like, what else is going to develop from this situation, though. I was thinking Fee might not have her weapon. No, Fee has her weapon. Seems like a lot of our guys actually have their latest weapon, which is quite handy for us. It was just you. It was just you, sis. Wait, can I not? Yeah, I can. There we go. Let's get Damocles on. I don't know. I'd probably just go with what we've got, in a sense. It seemed kind of weird to just buy everyone all the things all of a sudden. But there's got to be some guys that are, like, massively lowered based on their defenses here. That could use a powering up. Like, here, Elliot. Mostly everyone else I've got is okay. High defenses. I'm sure I'll have more of a chance to buy these things in the future. Man, that's a lot of guys though. Yikes. Just keep buying all the stuff. Shit! And then look at the shape of the party. Well, at the moment this looks like the best shape. Depending on what Joshua and all that have. And I'm guessing we can't mix with their augments or anything like that. So they've got a specific amount equipped. So we can't mess with that whatsoever. Their overall gear is their overall gear. Oh, you got that too. So it's mainly of use. So as long as I've got a crescent mirror here, I'm feeling pretty confident. And then Altina has a crescent mirror as well. Unfortunately, we don't have Muse, who's got one of our lost arts. See, most of our guys just have... You got Bridget on that one. So we should be fine with what we've got. And then we've got Kurt and Ash that we can throw in with obviously strong damage dealing potential. So I'd say we're looking good. I would so much want to change your stuff, Joshua, considering you've got a 30% base dodge. Okay, you've got True Gladiator Headband and Prevent Steel Mute stat down. Interesting. He's super defense man. Super defense man. And Evergreen's pretty good. True Gladiator Belt as well. So a lot of our forced characters have some redonkulously good equipment. Prevents Faint, Freeze, Petrify, Faint. You're doubling up on the Faint there. She's going all out on the strength. Death Blow. Fuse. Trying to figure out if there's anything, any theme that I need to be looking out for here. We don't have time. We've got to rush to the upper deck. Enemy strength is not to be underestimated. Let's go, everybody. I guess I won't set everyone up for 10 million years. I guess I should save, though. Right, well, here we go. The attack that was obviously coming because we kind of put ourselves in a somewhat obvious position. But it was part of Muse's master plan. It's coming.
Right! Ready to go!
Joshua! Get him!
Got you! Here's our shot!
So these guys need scans, they do. We might even want to change the tactics by the look of it. GM, 2 R's on that side. Oh yeah, you do range with that now, don't you?
Let's do this!
I still look at the ability and expect him to run up to the target.
It's my turn! Let's go! Raging fire formation!
It will never be any different for me on that one. So I can only hit 3 max. Maybe not. Yeah, I think I can. Only 3 max.
Get back! Now!
There! Let's go!
Alright, death blow hit on one of those blokes. I was gonna brave slash, but I'm guessing it's just gonna completely mess that one. And that was a suction. How am I supposed to just do it so no one... I don't want anyone else to die. I want to scan.
Now.
So that guy's got the crit.
Analyzing enemy unit.
Probably should have scanned the guy who's about to die from freeze.
I got it.
Small archaism that uses an orbital wave generator to make wide attacks from long range. No, you healed him up. Well, he's not dying anytime soon then. I mean, he's dead because of ice, but he's, you know. Shadow formation to lower the delay and have loads of CP as well.
Swiftly! Shadow formation! Moving out!
More bonking of our enemies could take place with that, after all.
My turn.
Okay, so that guy's going to freeze up a little bit.
Analyzing enemy unit.
There we go, get the scans in the first battle.
I got it!
Small archaism equipped with a submachine gun. It gives covering fire from mid-range. Hits Reem for a small amount.
Yeah!
The tears are still coming in. But once
analyzing enemy unit.
Scanned you, we're all good. Gotta work.
Analysis complete.
Small society archaism equipped with needle and blade. Engages its melee combat at short range. How many times do we scan these particular robots? They get a different going, you know?
Get back! It's down!
There! Moving out!
Seems kind of weird that it's those two linked up to me. So you're going to heal yourself by the look of things. Wow.
Yeah!
No KO, can't reach. Quick, get him from maximum range. You'll be fine. Sad time. He's going to heal.
Activate.
But Elliot, you know what Elliot says to anyone standing in his way?
Right!
Oh, Lloyd says first.
Let's
Lloyd,
go!
You're out of range! Get him, Elliot!
There! Let's keep going, everyone.
I never stood a chance as soon as Elliot launched the blooming spell. Elliot and Crow, link level 5. And Crow and Eustace. That went fine. Did anyone take damage? Lloyd took the smallest amount. Reen's healed up. Life is good.
Ha! Ha!
You have incredibly short range.
Yeah.
I'm up.
Right. Hey.
Come on, Lloyd. Got some boxes to smash.
Primed and ready.
Hi.
That one looks tough.
There. Watch yourselves. This will be tough.
Let's go. We got this. It's only a Sleipnir and some Blade Cougars.
You're finished! Yeah!
An opening! Keep it up!
I'm up!
I know Joshua's not about to get hit, I guess.
Swiftly! Shadow formation! I'm up!
I don't think I'm going to scan the Blade Cougars. They're going to die, I bet.
Get back! Now!
There!
That one's been stat affected.
Right!
What's going on with this?
Zero Breaker! Yeah!
Juice!
Now!
He got booshed.
Analyzing enemy unit. Analysis
The
complete.
Military monster used by Ouroboros' enhanced Jaegers. Its sharp blades easily cut its foes to pieces.
Yeah!
I managed to train it to keep that in there so nicely.
Enemy unit.
And that's high defense guy who took 3,000 damage. Ouroboros' battle archaism, Sleipnir. Improved version of the model given to the Star Rider. Watch out for its counterattacks. Has a sword breaker 2 as a reward.
It's my turn!
It is. How about a nicely placed helix strike? What do you think about that? We've already got most of our stuff back, so we could probably just go with something else here. Break damage 300% with restore HP.
Break them! Raging hammer!
I believe in you, Lloyd. Let's break them.
Roar! Helix strike! This is the blade of the 8 leaves.
Death blow wasn't supposed to proc them, though. That's the ultimate break. Now I'm down to 4 BP.
You're a natural, Reen. That 8 leaves technique of yours isn't just for show.
Thanks. You've been holding your own in battles yourself.
All comes down to excellent teamwork. Keep it up.
No, I just learned it just for show. I like to perform like fates and fairs. That was my calling. Didn't want to learn swords for fighting.
Primed and ready.
Who says that as someone who's actually participated in martial arts displays at fates and fairs?
Finish them quick.
Cringe.